I do not have high hopes. Dropped frame central. Yikers. That's a yikes. Whew. Click go live. Boom. Am I live? I fucking hope so. Oh my god, I'm dropping frames. What if I just close the fucking game? That would probably help. I'm going to assume I'm live now. Oh, I think I am. Ladies. Oh, this is just going to be me yapping. And it's going to be nice and quiet. Alright. Just post in the Discord. Right, what I wanted to do was play Ultra Rumble and yap. And ideally, in a perfect scenario, play Phantom Parade. Just checking that my mic is on, because that's happened before. Play Phantom Parade, but for those who don't know, Phantom Parade, on any method really, is very tenuous. Like, it's always a pain to try and use. On PC, it takes forever to start up. On your phone, it'll just crash. Well, at least on iPhones. Maybe it's just built for Android. I don't know. Couldn't get Utah. I'm abandoning. Fucking hell. Utah? When was the last time there was a fucking... You mean Yellow Utah? You're pissed over him? I get it, he's limited. I have him. He's good. Don't get me wrong. But with like Teen Gojo on standard and AG... like Seance Toji about to come to standard, I get it, he's hybrid and he's cool, and his like AoE is nice, and his execution skill too is nice. That does like a lot of break damage. You don't fucking need him, dog. I get it. I've got all the Utas. I just clicked fucking Epic Games. Did not want to click that. But I get the want, you know, I get it. But you really don't fucking need him, dog. I've got him. He's good. I also put, I think, a uni dupe into him. He's like A1. Didn't get his memory with Miguel, where he's like eating some food. I don't fucking know what it is. I'm uncultured. But didn't get the memory, which is a bit of a shame. But my luck's turned around. Recently, my RNG's been very, very good. I just like Utah, even though half his yellow kit is just reused animations. That's most yellow units, to be honest. Zone G is just a repeat of every other UG animation. Yellow Gojo is a repeat of every other Gojo animation. Blue Yuji for the beach stuff is, you know... The recent patch was ass. I thought Nagant would get more nerfs. I wanted Nagant to get more nerfs. The thing about... The elephant in the room... Let me turn my mic down a bit so it's not peeking. The elephant in the room in regards to, like, Ultra Rumble, in my opinion, or at least in regards to... Is England scored? Have we won? The World Cup's going on at the moment, obviously, right? And I live in England, if you couldn't tell by the sound of my fucking voice. And the great thing about living in England when, like, the World Cup is happening is that it's, like, a fucking national thing. So if England scores, even if you don't give a shit about football like me, you can feel it. The energy is palpable. If they score, I don't need to check my phone. I just hear, yes! It's a great feeling. Anyway, the thing about All for One Deku, One for All Deku that pisses me off, All for One Deku, fucking hell, I was getting mixed up, is that I think he has the best alpha in the entire game, outside of, like melee dedicated ones, because it's armored. It does like more than 100 damage, and it can hit multiple at once. Like, oh, it's not got great range. Yeah, but you can also jump cancel it, use it mid combo. Like, I think that's the most busted thing about him. Oh, but his melees, I don't give a shit about his melees. They're gonna have an infinite, or they're gonna be terrible. Well, they're always gonna be good, but it's just broken. I just think they need to nerf his alpha into the ground. I think they need to nerf Nagant into the ground. I think they need to... They took fucking damage off my youth All for One for some fucking reason. What'd you do that for? Why'd you take it from my guy? Take it from fucking Deku, bro. The fuck? What did I do? Which one should I have? Should I have this screen? It's cutting off stuff on the bottom, though, which is a bit of a pain. So we're going to go with this one. Boom! But let me just put my music back on. But yeah, fellas, we're going to be talking about Phantom Parade. We can talk about my hero, Ultra Rumble, because I am pretty invested in the game, even though I cannot pull anything recently to save my life. But every other gacha game, that's what I'm saying, every other gacha game I've been playing recently, RNGesus, genuinely. I've been on like a really bad streak with gacha games recently. It's been really fucking bad. I've had to pity everything, or I just haven't got what I wanted to. And Ultra Rumble's a case. Didn't get... I really, really wanted this Aizawa because he's broken and he's got Spider-Man animations. And I have never pulled this guy and I want him. But I've just not been lucky enough, right? But Bleach Soul Resonance, I've got Ukiura at B4. I think only one was from pity. I got one. Then I was like, I have to get him to B1. Then I kept... And I wanted to get the pity so high so I could just multi once to pull the Ichigo instantly. But it just never got to pity again because my RNG is killing it for some reason on Soul Resonance. And I've got 2 Kennys. I pulled 2 Kennys in Phantom Parade as well. And I got AG from a standard. Like, my RNG right now, killing it. At least in 2 gacha games. Which is good. Anyway, why was this patch asked for you? Why did you not like this patch? And also, I get being a Yuta fan and not really wanting his units. I mean, really wanting his units. Like, they're all really top tier. The thing about Yuta is he's better than Gojo in, like, Phantom Parade speak, right? Because every Gojo that comes out tends to fall off. Not instantly, but they fall off consistently, right? The first blue Gojo's unusable now. He's a down power... What do you mean he needs a down power rework? Down power? Do you mean like his special action, his gamma, his beta? What do you mean down action? Down power, sorry. But I've just lost my train of thought reading that. But like, oh yeah, that's it. Gojo's the first 4. That's not 4, that's 4. The first 4 Gojos that have came out of Phantom Parade have dropped off significantly since their release. The most recent 2, he's cool, but why all his units limited? Because he's a fan favourite, and the first 2 are JJK 0, so technically movie unit. So it's technically a collab. So technically a limited unit. It's weird, really finicky. But like all the units are good. The patch sucks because every time I play stage it needs to download 1 megabyte. That's also fucking stupid. I don't get that on Phantom Parade recently. Let me do this flaw, please. Oh, you have to download 1 singular megabyte. Can you fuck off? I've spent ages, because it keeps crashing on my phone, just letting my phone overheat to download a couple gigs, right? Just they constantly tap on the screen because it keeps trying to turn itself off. I'm like, no, it's fucking stay on. Just so I can download the patch and then instantly crash. I can't play on my phone because it crashes instantly. I summon, crash. Floor start, crash. Fucking stop. Isn't Teen Joe still a go? Oh yeah, he is the exception to the rule. He's canonically the weakest Gojo, but in the game, one of the 2 strongest. The 2 strongest Gojos are Point 2 Domain and Teen Joe. Those 2 are just cracked, and they always will be because of how their kits work, for the most part. But Yutas are just always good. They're either the tops of their field. They're the tops of their field for a while, and then slowly fall off. But not by a lot. You know, Blue Yuta came out really, really fucking strong. Was the best blue unit in the game. Still really, 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 really strong. Red Yuta was one of the best units in the game, if not the best unit in the game on his release. Passive healer, great damage, cracked. SP buffs came out, revitalized him a bit, gave him more heals. Black Flashes is in the zone is 10 times better. Skill 3 is 10 times better. Just overall better unit. Current Yuta didn't come out the box mega broken, but great. Tensura, Nikki's, maybe install 6 gig update on my phone. I used to play, ironically enough, I love slime. Don't get me wrong, love slime. Huge slime fan. Hey, I'm witnessing the witness. But I love slime. But I'll only ever go back to that gacha game because it crashes all the time. But I'll go back for collabs like Sword Art Online and Free Run and stupid shit. He needs more combo routes but with less damage because he has like 2 optimal combos. Fuck off One Deku. He's too broken. He has literally everything. The way I compare it is basically if you've ever played fighting games, this won't make much sense to you, but you've probably heard of Street Fighter. And in Street Fighter, there's a character called Akuma. Now, in every Street Fighter game he's ever been in, he will always be one of, if not the strongest, and that is because he has literally every option, right? He has a Fireball, Air Fireball, Dragon Punch, Tatsu, sometimes the Command Grab. Like, he literally has every single option, so he'll never be bad. The way they tend to make him weak is that they'll make his HP really low. But it's like, that doesn't change anything if he already has every tool. It's the same with, you know, All for One Deku. One for All Deku, sorry. Where it's like, he has a really great projectile, really strong combos. The tracking on his gamut, oh my god. This connection is pretty ass. Like, he literally has every option, so it's like, you need to do something, he's always going to be busted. Tensor is your favourite anime, but the game's a little mid. They came out with a full game. There was a console release, but it just looked like a gacha game, so I didn't buy into it. Which is a bit of a shame. Okay, there we go. I'm actually picking shit up, kind of. I guess it's because I'm streaming, but that's fair enough. Oh my gosh, is that Joshua-chan? What's up, Jacob? There's Persona 1 music in the background for boomers like myself. I like Persona a lot. Got Persona 2. Really like Persona. Persona 4R is in a weird spot in my brain because the voices in that game are iconic and all the voice actors seem very much down to do their lines again, but they're being recast with the cast from P3, like the P3 remake, and it's like I would have just preferred Yuri Lowenthal, bro. This is unplayable. It's way too fucking laggy. Like, look at this shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm useless to them, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything. This is just real fucking bad. Yikes. Is the stream lagging? Oh my god, the stream is lagging to shit. Okay, no, this game's just not having it. No, this game's not having it. Nah, I'm ending... Okay, I'm just not gonna fucking play Ultra Rumble. Jesus, fuck. That was killing my frames. Holy! Jesus, fellas. Speak up next time. Jesus! JJK stream setup. That one. Boom! That'll do. The chat just disappeared. Fuck. But playing through Resi 1... Oh, the chat on my screen froze. That's why I wasn't reading chat. I'm loving the new Kenjaku. He's fun. He is. With my A1 Jogo. Ooh, he's made him so much better. That's not a bad shout. You're playing through Resi 1 right now. I mean, you've got a Silent Hill 1 profile picture, so you fucking better be. Resi 1 is an absolute fucking classic. I love the tank controls, and it's super crusty. I love it. If anybody at Aozawa and Shinzo basically have telekinesis with the rope things. Yeah. Nah, don't worry about it. I mean, I've got Phantom Parade, but that's on Steam. I've got Phantom Parade down here, but it'll take 10 million fucking hours to start up. Could play Curse Clash. I've got Kenjaku modded in. Play Killer on stream. You want me to play Dead by Daylight? I've barely got any hours in the game there. I've only got 650. According to people on the internet, that's like, baby, I've barely done the tutorial. But that's on top of hundreds of hours on console as well, so probably reach 1,000. Bro, I love how much of a dunce Chris is. What about fucking Rebecca, bro? Rebecca is the funniest part of Resident Evil lore. Goes through, canonically, all of Resident Evil 0, but then is such a bitch, hides in a cupboard under the stairs, sprays fucking Chris in the eyes and goes, oh shit, sorry dog. I'm gonna stay here for the rest of the game, and then I'm just gonna fuck off into random rooms and just dip. It's like, Rebecca fucking sucks, dude. She went through an entire Resident Evil game, and then she just checked out. Like, fuck me, dude. I love Resident Evil, though. Big Resident Evil fan. I mean, even just on my fucking Steam, right? Just to show you. Wasn't fighting games, we skipped past them. Resident Evil, I've got 18 on Steam, and more to emulate. But I love Chris. Chris. We could do a tier list. Tier lists are always good. Could talk Phantom Parade, could talk My Hero. Dealer's choice. Looking for my eyes. What are we talking? What are we thinking, fellas? Looks like my stream proper died earlier, but who gives a fuck? Oh! What do we want to do? She was so scared of a hunter, but then is like, I can handle myself. She was scared of a hunter, yet you kill hunters in Resident Evil 0. Red Jogo is actually one of my favourite characters, and Phantom Parade's kit is so fun to use. Yeah, the crit system is really cool. I fuck with it a lot. Bro, I haven't watched you in so long, I never get your Twitch notifications. Because I don't stream on Twitch. I used to have software Or I could stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but it costs monthly and I'm not doing that shit. MHA tier list. Do you mean like a character tier list of the series, or do you mean a character tier list of what you call it? Bro, do a Resi tier list. I've recorded one before. Okay, funny story about Resident Evil tier list, right? So I'm gonna point the camera more. So I have a horror channel, if you didn't know, and I'm a big Resident Evil fan. And I I sat down and recorded and made notes for hours on hours to do a Resident Evil tier list of every single Resident Evil game, because I've played them all, right? Resident Evil Gaiden on the fucking Game Boy, I've played it. The Chronicles games on the Wii, I've played them. Any Resident Evil game besides the fucking pachinko machines, I've played them, right? Resi, love it, right? And I made these notes about every single game, and I yapped for hours. My mic wasn't fucking working. I'm not going through that shit again. I'm fucking not. I recorded for hours for the mic to not be properly fucking on, and hours of my life fucking wasted, and it pissed me off to the point. Like, I have thumbnails ready. I started it before Requiem came out, and I recorded it, got annoyed, played through Requiem, and I don't know. It pissed me off to the point where I didn't. But about Silent Hill games, I also love Silent Hills, but someone said My Hero, and I want to talk about My Hero for a bit, because fuck it. Silent Hill games, the best one is Homecoming, because the kid that fucking dies is called Josh. So, peak. I just want to hear from Vigilante characters. Character tier list. Okay, Water. That is your real name. Is that a you profile pic? Fair enough. Oh, I'm trying to remember some of these. That's Getten. Rocklock. Vlad. I don't remember your name. Fuck. They put all the random photos at the top. Where are the Vigilantes characters, dog? You've got the... Oh, they've got manga pics. Captain Celebrity. Okay. I'm good. Just for the sake of it, so that I can yap without thinking about it as much, is I'm going to go Vigilantes, okay? I'll talk about My Hero through talking about Vigilantes, but I absolutely adore Vigilantes. Dog, I thought your favourite was the fourth one. Oh, my favourite is the fourth one, and Homecoming is dog shit. I'm making light of how shit Homecoming is, because the kid that dies is called Josh, and I'm called Josh. I think Downpour is overhated and underrated, but 4 is my favourite. The Room. So spooky. Is there no My Hero Vigilantes tier list? My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I think Vigilantes is fucking underrated. Can I just have Vigilantes? Oh, fuck. Okay. Plus, Vigilantes female. Oh, it's just female. I will speak about these characters as if I know anything about them. You don't know about MHA? I'm going to give you a very controversial opinion that is half MHA and half, like, Attack on Titan. So, I can talk about these for ages, actually. So, something funny is that the way people think and talk about My Hero Academia is the same way I feel about Attack on Titan. Now, the way people feel about My Hero Academia through the collective consciousness and how people perceive My Hero is completely poisoned by how cringe the fans were back in the day. Henry is such a boring guy. You're fucking boring. I'll kill you with a brick. Am I being hyperbolic? No. Fuck you for saying that. Leave Henry alone. And Silent Hill 4 has the best lore of any Silent Hill game because it has the foreskin theory and the circumcision theory. But that's not a topic for today. Anyway, the way I feel about Attack on Titan is the same way most people feel about My Hero, where it's like, it's probably really, really, really good. Well, it is really, really good. I've went through all of Attack on Titan and My Hero. But my opinion on it is soured because of the fandom. Because back in the day, when Attack on Titan was first coming out, I was going to conventions a lot. And Attack on Titan fans were like, because it was popular at the time, were really fucking overzealous and really fucking annoying. And it really poisoned how I feel about the series. Present day JJK fans are worse than old MHA fans? No. No. That's just not it, dog. I'm going to be so real. I can get why you might feel that way, but no, dog. No. No. Bro, people be shipping fucking Eri All Might. Dog, people are fucking insane. MHA fans are built different. There is a reason why MHA is infamous for its fans, right? And that's how I feel about Attack on Titan. Not because the in-person interactions I had proper soured me on the series. But anyway, Vigilantes is peak. They've literally just put anyone there. They def are. How so? Bro, are you forgetting how you would see, like, it's because My Hero appeals more so to kids. People ship Gojo X Megami as one of the top ships. One of the most common ships is Deku All Might from My Hero. What's your point? And that's taken, that graph you're talking about is from mostly, I think, the Japan fan base, but even still, it's fucked up, right? But that doesn't matter, because the only people voting on them are shippers. Shippers weren't the worst part of the My Hero fandom. It was the cringe, and the cringe was fucking weird. Have you seen the videos of Todoroki giving birth? Exactly. Silence. It's not really an issue with the fan base of VH, I just haven't gotten around to it. I have like 20 animes on my watch list, and Images one of the longest I'll get to at some point. Hell yeah. I'm going to say Captain Celebrity is better than Stars and Stripes. No, fucking say it, King. It's true. Where the fuck is my glorious fucking king? I love Captain Celebrity so fucking much. To an insane degree. The annoying thing about him, lore-wise, is that when he is introduced, they say he's like the top-rated, one of the top-rated American heroes, but they don't have, I don't think they use the specific verbiage of the number one ranked hero. They say he's one of the top ranked, because it's like, okay, if he's number one, where's Stars and Stripes? You know, because it's not so far back, Stars and Stripes wouldn't still exist. She'd just be younger, right? Because I think she's like probably like late 20s, early 30s, you know, in the military and stuff. And Captain Celebrity is not spoken of in the main series, which is a shame. Obviously, it's a you know, Vigilantes was starting to come out like late into My Hero. I think just before the Liberation War started, actually. Probably when Vigilantes started coming out first. And Vigilantes isn't as long. I suggest you read through Vigilantes. It is peak. Captain Celebrity is goated. Let me tell you a funny story, though. Something that's genuinely hilarious about Vigilantes is, if you buy the physical manga, which I suggest you do if you love series, is you will have an awkward interaction. Because... fucking... oh yeah, you. So, right. So, this, right, I've got 2 volumes there. Don't have all of them because I'm not made of fucking money. But Vigilantes is great, right? So you'll buy these volumes, and like they look cool. They're like references to like Spider-Man comics and stuff like that, and like Venom covers and shit, which is really awesome. But then I'll cover it like this. I'll turn it around as soon as you because when you buy a manga, the lads and lasses at the counter have to scan it with like the barcode scanner, so you can pay for it. But when you turn this manga around, it's just this fucking teenage girl with her ass out, and it's like, dog, that put me off Vigilantes for so fucking long. But trust me, it's peak. I know that sounds fucked up, but it is. It's fucking annoying though. Anyway, Captain Celebrity's goated, Vigilantes is good. Let's move on. Knuckle Duster, S tier, goated. That's all I really care about, to be honest. The design concept behind this dude was literally, the author of this isn't Horikoshi. It's a different author. It's kind of just gotten the sign-off from Horikoshi, like Vigilantes as a whole. You will never get MHA/Shonen strippers. I've made a video about that on my channel. How about that shit? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that mental? Isn't that fucking funky? Oh, Jesus Christ, some of these videos are dead, but who gives a fuck? Anime shippers annoy me. Boom! I'm a genius. And look, there's Deku All Might in the thumbnail. Classic. People love it for some fucking reason. I'll tell you what I've already been into. Goku Aragai. I've seen panels of it all over Twitter, but I haven't actually read it yet. Super underrated series, and it's ongoing. Has a healthy release schedule as well. I've seen bits and pieces of it everywhere. But the thing that I've been reading weekly, and its spin-off weekly, is Iruma. Mairimashita Iruma-kun is basically My Hero. But I love My Hero. It's in my top 10. And I've seen a lot of fucking good shit and read a lot of good shit, right? And I love My Hero. But Iruma is above that. I fucking adore Iruma. If you don't know what Iruma is, it starts off as like comedy, funny gag manga, right? And it's basically literally just My Hero. But instead of hero society, it's a human in like the underworld. So he has to like pretend he's a demon or like devil, right? And just go through school because like a big boy devil, like big fella Sullivan the goat, just says, I'm adopting you, you're my grandson now. And the main guy here was like, fuck it, okay, I guess. So he has to go through high school and just kind of survive. It's the same sort of thing with like, you know, class 1A in My Hero, just kind of getting through high school to become a devil or, you know, a superhero. It's literally the same thing. And in the anime, Iruma is also voiced by Deku and shit. It's the same thing. It's not as good as the original, No, I put Vigilantes above it. I love Vigilantes so fucking much because I love Captain Celebrity. I love the stuff with like redemption Endeavor. Endeavor shows up a bunch of Vigilantes. Do I have Vigilantes like legally acquired on my PC? I do. I have all of it. Okay, I don't know how much I can show panel wise, but like, I love how much he doesn't show up a lot. But one of my favorite characters is Endeavor, and Endeavor shows up quite a lot towards the end specifically, and he just burns fuckers to a crisp. This isn't like Endeavor feeling bad for his family. This is this is pro eugenics Endeavor, and he does some fucked up shit, and the artwork is phenomenal. Oh my god, Stendhal as well. One cool thing about it is that since it is a prequel, you see how a lot of characters like become who they are, and seeing the stuff with Stendhal becoming Stain, really fucking cool. Oh, come on, where is fucking... I'm thinking of this one page of Endeavor being like, Vigilantes, I'm going to cook them. Oh, I genuinely adore it so fucking much. And if you watch the anime, the opening theme is genuinely fucking cracked. Like, holy shit. Which panel is this? Oh, that's just like a cool double spread. It's just, I like the art style so much, dude. It's like the most comic-like art style I've seen outside of like Stars and Stripes in the manga, which is pretty cool. But yeah, fuck it, just watch Iruma, read Iruma, because it's outsold a lot of series, and it's really, really popular in Japan, but no one reads it in the West. Trigun, the Maximum Deluxe editions are probably my favorite manga. It gives more depth in the anime, sure, but the original anime, Johnny Young Bosch's Fest Roll, is still peak. I love it. I love Trigun. Trigun's great. Awesome. Fuck yeah. When you say it like that, it gives characters way more depth than the anime. When you say that shit, it makes it sound like you're talking like something with like Tokyo Ghoul level of fucked up anime. It's not. Trigun anime is peak. Trigun's movie is also pretty sick. Like, Stampede Season 1, good. I haven't watched Season 2, but I've heard nothing but bad things. I really like Trigun as well. The fucking guitar riffs for the cutaways as well. Oh my god. Like, fuck yeah, dude. Trigun's awesome. I'm a boomer. I love that shit. I could just talk. Ask me something about My Hero and I can talk about it, because right now I'm just fucking yapping. Oh yeah, that dude from Aizawa's flashback, the pro hero. So in like My Hero, before you become a pro hero, you have to be like, what's the term? Like when you're in employment but you're not being paid, it's for like training. You have to work under someone. Number 6 is a Full Metal Alchemist homunculus with Dio's powers. Oh yeah, I love 1998 anime. That's what got me into the series in the first place. Number 6. What do you mean number 6? Am I drawing? Oh, do you mean this fucker? I was getting so confused. I like him. I like how O'Clock is literally just the Flash. But then they do creative shit of how to counter it with like the speakers and stuff, with like him and Knuckle Duster fighting for the first time. I like that shit. That's really clever. Because like your brain's working that fast, it fucks with you to hear something in like slow motion. That's really cool. Oh my god. But this guy, when you have to do an internship, and Aizawa's like pro hero that he's working with is literally just Prince. It's literally just a dude who was Prince. That shit's so cheesy. Love that. Oh, My Hero world is just very cool. Hell yeah. Feels good. Apprentice. When you're an apprentice or an intern, you have to be one of those in My Hero. You know? Oh, I just want to yap. I love that fucking dolphin guy. Oh, I've got too much shit running around in my brain. I need something to help focus my fucking head. But someone who is a vigilante's, what you call it, appreciator, 10 points. And you also get more All Might like, he's not in his prime, but he's less fucked up, and he's still goated. It's still funny how it's like, one of the top heroes from America, Captain Celebrity, struggling and fucking dying to hold up, like, the Tokyo egg or whatever it's called, the Tokyo Dome. And then All Might just goes, boom, saves everyone with one punch, and it's fucking... All Might's peak. Oh, I like how they, like, rationalize Captain Celebrity's quirk as well. How it's kind of like an aura that he can put around stuff that makes him pretty much invulnerable and gives him the ability to fly. It's fucking... He's cool. He's busted. And you've got like a Dragon Ball Z scouter, like one of the like Dragon Ball Super scouters that like not Borgos, like what the freezers like Fest, Resurrection F, like lanky alien dude that Ginyu takes over. That shit. Should do a trigonal list sometimes. I can comment on the characters. Wolfwood S, Legato S, Vash S, Knives S, Lily, Triple S, not Lily, fucking Millie. Everyone else can fuck off. That's about it. Oh, I remember watching Stampede for the first time. I was like, where is this giant woman? Where? Please. She's just wholesome. Oh. What else we got? I'm trying to think of anything. I mean, this is JJK. We could talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. Have you guys heard about the fan manga that's been made? Huh? Have you heard about that? The new fan manga that fucking Orion and Alonzo have made? Because I'm writing a script about that. Yeah, I've wrote a script about that. I'm also writing a script about the light novels again. I want to start with those videos. Because I like the light novels a lot. I think they're very much underappreciated. They're pretty cool. They have cool artwork in them. I mean, it's the first time you ever see Momo with her hair down, which is kind of cool. Not that Momo is very cool. She's kind of stinky, to be honest. But look, Momo. Oh. Well, since it is a JJK channel, let's talk about something we all know. We all know about JJK. Some of you haven't seen MHS. A lot of you want to see Trigun. So let's talk about JJK. Am I going to do a fucking tier list? Okay, there's no images. Oh no, fan manga. Is it good? It's okay. It's interesting. Give it a look. I don't like the name though. They called it Jujutsu Kaisen Subtraction. I was like, call it minus, bro. Minus fits better. They said no. Bruh, pardon me. Where's the tier list I usually use? Ugh, fuck's sake. I mean, the ironic thing with JJK specifically is that people will see fan comics and fan manga, and then they'll go, it's okay. But the Toji spin-off fan manga, where you see him in the Zenin clan, is goated. I feel like everyone says that, but no one actually read it. Not to say that's bad, it's fucking great. I just went through it recently. I'd always heard about it, and like I checked it out briefly, but not really went through it. It's only like a short one-shot that's about 40 pages, and it looks really fucking good. It's like this Toji one-shot called Hibernation, right? Which is about Toji being in the Zenin clan, and everyone just not fucking with him, because zero cursed energy must be a bitch. And it's just like a nice short little one-shot of him just kind of getting stronger in the Zenin clan. It's pretty cool. And this fan manga that's done by Orion and Alonzo is like Heian era stuff, which there's plenty of stuff in JJK. I mean, every shonen suffers from it, unless it's like fucking One Piece or Iruma, because Iruma is like 500 chapters deep at this point, if you include the spin-off. Fucking love Iruma. Read Iruma, watch Iruma, even though I'm not gonna lie, the anime art style is like, it starts off happy and bright, but I feel like it should start to tone down by now, because it gets not mega dark, but darker, but whatever. There's plenty of stuff in shonen where there will always be gaps in like a timeline or within character dynamics and stuff where we feel like we need more. It just comes with the genre, that's with stuff that's long going, right? Or if there's ever like periods of time that aren't shown to the viewer, you obviously want to see them. Like the one people were talking about before in Kagurabachi was like the Seitei War. Everyone wanted to see the Seitei War. And we started seeing it and everyone's getting hype. And now there's like a, what you call it? Not the Seitei War, not the Seitei War yet. But we'll see eventually. But whatever. People want to see the Heian era. So people make Heian era stuff. People want what the Zenin clan was like. People will make Zenin clan stuff. But I'm just yapping at this point. They're gone the best. Yeah. I got nothing, dog. I just want to yap about shit, but I have no idea what to. Could you do a tier list on the most overrated? Ooh, overrated characters. Okay, I can do that. See, perfect. I would kiss you. I'm not gonna do that though. Seems a bit impossible at this point, but anyway. As of 263, the power scaling ones tend to have the best pictures. I just want to find like a clean looking one. I read JJK Modulo because Megan. Oh, you refuse? Why? Such a stinky way of thinking. I think Here's the thing about Modulo, which is genuinely quite intriguing, is that for something that's that short, it really tried to put a commentary on, like, weirdly enough, modern stuff of, like, religion and interpersonal conflict in between refugees and natives of, like, a land. Modulo, modular. It's the same fucking difference. No one knows what a modulo is anyway, and if they do, they're a fucking nerd. But, like, with JJK, there's lots of, like, thematic stuff that's kind of just, like, timeless relationships, stuff like generational trauma, and just stuff like that. But with Modulo, it felt more so a commentary on recent events for a lot of it. Obviously, there's, like, a lot of stuff with, like, being the strong and loneliness, with, like, Dura and Dabura, like Maharaga, Yuji, shit like that, which is also great. But there's clearly a lot of commentary on current events, which is quite intriguing. And the fact that canonically we see, like, Jesus Christ in JJK Modulo is kind of weird, because you see him, like, when, what's she called? I've forgotten her name. The fucking Yuka is describing, like, Christianity in Japan and the persecution. Is you see, like, a footpath with Jesus on it. So, like, it's weird to see. Modulo's goated. Do you know what's funny? Someone's beeping around outside. When that fucking epilogue chapter come out, I can't. What the fuck are they doing? When the Modulo chapter epilogue came out with Todo, I had people arguing whether or not it was Takada or Momo that he's married to in the end. And it's like, Momo is not his type, I don't think, dog, because Takada is, like, tall. Like, when she's described, I'm pretty sure she's, like, a tall woman. So he wants a tall woman. Whatever. Who's overrated? I mean, obviously, he's not a bad character, but come the fuck on. Gojo is great, but obviously he's going to be overrated, because he's... When people who are fucking illiterate and stupid make the argument that he's actually the main character, yeah, he's fucking going to be overrated. When he's the thing that people watch the series for, when he's not in half of it, overrated. Does that mean he's bad? No, there's a difference between overrated. Standard. Delete. 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 And delete. Like, everyone likes Gojo, but there are some people who are like, come the fuck on, dude. Do I need to remind you of the Gojo figure incident? I hope not. You know? Jesus Christ, this stream's a bit far behind on here. But, yeah. Who else is overrated? I guess Geto? Just because a lot of people who are absolutely... I never understood that. Why the hell would Momo marry Todo? Yeah, it's true. Everyone fucking hates Todo for some reason. But to Geto... The weird thing about Geto, of him being overrated, is that... A lot of people who absolutely adore Gojo love Geto. Maybe it's because of shipping, maybe it's whatever. But it's like... Overrated in a lot of ways. For someone that, like... barely shows up in the stories as themselves, like as Geto, not Kenjaku. Dude has a lot of fucking fans, right? Like, his only, like, time as Geto in the series is in a prequel with JJK 0, and what was the Gojo figure incident? You don't know about the Gojo figure incident? Basically, some female had, like, a teen Gojo figure, got her, like, tampon and which was fresh and full, and just fucking squeezed it on top of the figure. And, like, filmed herself doing it. Why? That is a good question. Do I have the answers? No. It's like a red tea bag, just fucking... It's pretty gross. But anyway, Geto is, he's, yeah... He just doesn't show up enough in the story. He has, like, a pretty solid character, and you can strong characterization of who he is. But, like, for the amount of fans he has, I don't think it's warranted. Like, he's still interesting and stuff, but, you know. No, but the fandom is better than MHA, so it's fine. It's not, though. No, MHA is still worse. MHA still has done heinous shit. Geto has the powers of a Persona MC. He has the wild card, is what you're telling me. That's the term, if you don't know. It's called the wild card. Of a character that can use multiple personas has the wild card. You know? So, like, Akechi has the wild card, I think. Adachi. I think Adachi has the wild card, but he only uses Megatsu Izanagi. Obviously, you, Makoto, Naoya, not Suya, Tatsuya, you know. I didn't say Siri. Shut the fuck up. I just like Chainsaw Man. That's why I like Geto. Also, what the fuck? That's insane. Yeah. Rock and roll chainsaw. Hikari. Oh my god, Hikari. Holy shit. Kenjaku does it better anyway. Oh yeah. Oh, it tastes like vomit. Oh, it's so gross. Kenjaku, throat goat. Did not give a shit. Instant. Swallowing it like it's swallowing bowling balls like they're fucking Tic Tacs. He does not give a shit. That's impressive. RCT in his throat to make sure it goes down in one. That's fucking insane. Curse spirit manipulation. Now I'm talking about swallowing balls, mate. Kenjaku does it better, and it's true. You've seen it. It's gross. It's fucking impressive though. It's like there was this clip on Britain's Got Talent ages ago of a dude who would like swallow a pool ball and then just go and then throw it up. The same amount of aura. But Hikari, overrated shit. He has a decent amount of fight for how much he's in the story. But like, I get why he has the amount of fans that he does. Because of his personality and how like abrasive and loud he is and how funny he is. The fact that he goes into the fight in Shinjuku with like fucking dunks on. He's cool. But like, Jesus Christ, people really fucking like him for... He doesn't do much, right? Especially with like the Uraume shit of him not really doing anything is a bit of a fucking pain. At least like on panel, what I mean, you know? Vomit doesn't even have a taste. Don't be pedantic and be like, well, it's just like the acid in your throat. The taste of vomit is the shit you've eaten earlier. It still tastes fucking gross. Kusakabe should be underrated along with Ino IMO. Oh, of course they're underrated. I could put all my favourite characters in underrated because my favourites are like fucking your Dagon. If you say Dagon, I'll fucking cut you with my words. Not because I'm English. But Dagon, you got obviously Ino, Goddard, Junpei, Yuta and Lobao. Ino was putting him against Akuna. Tastes like vomit. Vomit, it's actually just the bile and acid. I'm like, yeah, that still fucking sucks. Kusakabe, where's Miguel? My glorious king. Where is Miguel? I swear I just saw him. He passed by my screen. Weird one. I want to put Iso and Kechizu in underrated. Just give. Let me explain it momentarily. Let me just put them there real quick. I'll explain all of them once I find Miguel. It's like, where's Wally right now? There he is. Goated. So, they're not my favourite or anything, Iso and Kechizu, but I think with hindsight, they become 10 times more interesting. I hate Jogo because I hate Anjiro. The fans overhype them because of the anime. We'll get into some of this shortly, but let's get some of these through some of these first, because Iso and Kechizu, I think, become 10 times more fascinating when you find out that they are related to Yuji, and it recontextualizes the scenes of, you know, Yuji being sad that he murdered them because he doesn't know he's just killed his fucking siblings, right? And the added stuff of like Choso going crazy of like what were their final words and shit like that. It adds so much more to them, which is intriguing. And you see like the flashes of like Iso and Kechizu and Yuji pushing Choso forward and shit like that, because there was clearly such a strong bond between them that you never saw because they're fucking dead. But they're just very intriguing. Obviously, they're literally like pawns for Choso's development, which is fine. Mai is exactly the same, but the designs are still interesting, like JoJo-esque. His asshole is like straight up out on Iso, but they're still cool enough. As somebody vomits on pretty much every plane, I take it definitely has a taste. Also, LaRue is underrated. I agree. Let's just go through in order. Dagon, I just love H.P. Lovecraft and his little speech, like not even speech of him like, that curse died. Well, now we don't be like, that curse. They had names. Dagon's cool. I like the fact that he starts off as a cute little guy. and then he just becomes fucking chatted out and looks like a red Cthulhu. Cool domain. He's just really cool. Eno. My favorite part about Eno's character is in his like little character profile, where it says that when he's waiting, like his whole character is that he's waiting for Nanami to give his blessing for Eno to become a grade 1 sorcerer, right? And when he gets to becoming a grade 1, and he gets the go ahead to become a grade 1, he wants Nanami to give him his watch, and it's like a fucking Rolex, and it's like, no, Nanami's not gonna fucking do that. It's like, oh shit, I just got promoted. Give me your fucking watch. No. Nanami dies. Give me your fucking sword. He probably took the watch as well. And then he fights Sukuna and does well. And he uses Ryu. Cool. Hatokachi. Fucking JoJo ability. Kusakabe. I don't need to tell you. Fucking profile pic. Love Kusakabe. I've described it before, but the thing I love about Kusakabe is that he is what Yuji was supposed to be. And how I did not like the progression of Yuji's ability in such a short period of time in Shinjuku. How he goes from only having Black Flash, no ICT, no Simple Domain, no nothing, to 2 CTs, Domain, Simple Domain, RCT, having everything, right? Kusakabe still has nothing, right? He just has Simple Domain and hands, and he's still grade 1. Goated. Love that guy. Miguel. Boxes with Gojo for like the longest time, second to Sukuna. Boxes Sukuna, takes no damage. Like, his curse technique's kind of hard to fucking explain, but it's cool. Cool dance and shit. Black Rope's cool. Like, there's nothing... He's weird. Like, people try to scale him, but he's so fucking weird because he has, like... He's kind of like Ghetto in the sense that, like, no anti-domain or anything like that. No domain expansion, nothing crazy, but he's just... really good. I love Miguel. Gojo boxed him. In the anime, yes. In the manga, it's like a blank space. You don't see any of them, like, fighting. You just see, like, Miguel being knocked back. And Gojo being like, what the fuck? That hurt. How the fuck should you do that rope? What the fuck? And then he tries to kill Miguel off screen, and he can't. It's great. Did Miguel fight Gojo with no curse technique since the black robe was wrapped around his bare hands, or am I just crazy? Would he not be able to use his curse technique? Why would he not be able to? I don't fucking know. I don't know, dude. It's fucking lost on me. I don't think Gege knows. Gege, obviously, at the time of JJK 0, the thing you have to realize is that Gege's plans in regards to the power system were not drawn up. So there was no domain expansion. RCT was kind of not really thought out. Maximum techniques were clearly supposed to be like the strongest something could be. Like, there was no domains, nothing, like nothing crazy. And then that's why Geto and Miguel, well, Geto more so gets like kind of hard capped in scaling. It's like people just kind of forget about it. And as a result, like, I don't think at the time when Miguel was fighting Gojo, Miguel probably didn't have a curse technique in mind. Like, from Gege's headspace, he didn't think Miguel had a CT probably. Because for the longest time, we just didn't think he did. Because some people like, he must have that, like, protected him, or who knows. Yeah, but the curse technique isn't like, I don't know. I just don't think, I think it's a pointless thing to argue, because I very much think Gege had no idea what Miguel's curse technique was at the time. I think it's a pointless argument, because you have to think, Gojo boxed him for like 15 minutes. And then it's like, he didn't use red. Like, he in the manga, obviously, but like in the anime, he uses red. He used blue amplified punches, you know, but he could have just popped Domain, could have just popped... There was so many things he could have done to, like, instantly negate Miguel, but he didn't, and that's because Gege clearly didn't have any idea of the power system yet, so I don't think Miguel even had a CT conceptually at that point. So even if you make the argument that he can't use a CT while holding the back rope, I think that's a pointless thing to talk about, because it's like, he probably didn't have one at that time. Wasn't Jujutsu Kaisen originally not going to be set in a school? I don't fucking know. I've seen, like, the original designs for, like, Megumi and Sukuna, and I'm like, those are fucking ugly. Sukuna looks like a fucking Blue Exorcist villain. He looks snide as shit to translate from English. Shite. Translate from English again. Shit. Like, the original Sukuna design with the horns, it does not suit him at all. Original Sukuna design. I do not fuck with the original Sukuna design at all. He's got, like, horns and shit. It's lagging a bit. There's, like, sketches of it. Where's a good fucking... It's not showing up well. What gives a fuck? It's on TikTok. Okay. I don't know. Who else is underrated? Chizuru, get fucked. Haba and Hanyu, get fucked. I think most... I'll fuck with Daido and Mio. I like them. Daido and Mio are very hit or miss. You either love Daido and Mio. There's like a bell curve of like the Dunning-Kruger effect. You either think like, oh my god, they're such plot devices. It's so annoying. I hate them because you think you're so smart. But then there's the other side where it's like, they're such stupid plot devices. They're so stupid. I fucking love them. Because they are Deus Ex Machina characters that as soon as everyone's about to be packed up by Cursed Naoya, two people who can perfectly fucking train and or understand Maki show up at the perfect time to also fight with Naoya. Sukuna looks way better in Megami's body. People say he loses all his aura in Megami's body. I'm not going to confirm nor deny. Just interesting. Because, like, usually mostly from the Maharaga scream, which I get, but, Oh, we could have had FNAF music on the entire time. This is laggy. Who else is underrated? I think it might just be that you can use cursed energy while the background is touching you just on the CT, sort of like when Higuruma confiscates the CT, it doesn't really matter. I think there's so many weird fucking statements about Miguel as well. If we weren't using curse techniques, I would win the marathon, but Miguel would win the sprint. But it's like, okay, we've never seen you not use blue punches. Ever. So that's a pointless fucking thing to say. Like Nanami says, blue amplified punches, do not compete with them. They are so busted, you cannot reach that level, right? Nanami says that, like in the flashback with Yuji in Shinjuku, right? And Gojo's always using those punches. Blue amplified punches are in a different fucking realm. And then you're saying, oh, without the blue, Miguel would do better. But it's like, okay, what? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Miwa is underrated. Miwa's annoying. Not as like a character, but in the sense that they still never explained what the fuck... Ooh, that was gross. What the fuck she was doing in the color games. I'm talking too fast. My spit can't catch up. Oh! Disgusting. It's like I'm rapping, genuinely, because spit is just coming out, because I'm talking that fucking fast. Oh. Gross. Charles could be underrated. Oh, no, I don't think... When I'm saying underrated, I'm just saying by the fandom, not in regards to their power level. Because if it was regards to power level, it'd probably be around the same, to be honest. I think Geto is way too fucking overrated by a lot of people. Because he has no RCT, no anti-domain, like, no, he just kind of fucking sucks. He beats a lot of the cast, but there's a lot that he just gets fucking destroyed by. Miwa, yeah, it's sure. People forget to realize that she keeps Maki alive in Malevolent Shrine. Like, she is covering Maki there with Simple Domain without a sword, which is still kind of cool. Why didn't FNAF music come on, bro? What the fuck? Helpy. What is happening? Reconnection successful. Okay, cool, we're chilling now. I'd say Mekamaru should be standard. No, I don't see anyone overrate him. I don't think... Mekamaru has some fans, but not a lot. Don't forget, as I'm saying, this is like their perception. As like, not their power. I'm just saying people underrate how cool they are. You know, not just how powerful they are. That could be an argument, but that's not my intention. I'm just saying these characters are underrated because they're cool, not because they're powerful, right? Like, I think Charles is a really interesting character, but people just think of him as the guy that Hikari beat up and had to domain. Did England win or something? England must have won. I think Gaku Ganji's an underrated character. I think Gaku Ganji's pretty cool. He does change throughout the story. You don't see a lot of him. He only has one fight, and it's against Juzo. But I do like the aesthetic of, like, you see him in the old robes, and he looks like this old traditionalist, and then he takes off the fucking robes, and he's just an old metalhead. Like, that's a cool aesthetic. I like that a lot. And you're like, you realize all the piercings on his face is because he's a metalhead, you know. I really like that aesthetic. And then seeing him change throughout the course, and of him, like, talking with Gojo, and talking about, like, you told me Yaga's secret. Normally you wouldn't. You've changed, old man. Shit like that. I think that's cool. Cool. Where the fuck is my boy Mekamaru Kokichimuta? I'd say he's underrated because I just fuck with him heavy. He is the unluckiest motherfucker in the series. Gets heavenly restriction, glass bones and paper skin. Just for him to be like a knockoff Sasori. How unlucky can you be? That fucking sucks. That's ass. No one wants that. That fucking sucks, dude. Who wants that life? That's fucking shit. Oh my god. I'm just pulling up the stream on my phone. Just to see what it looks like. Who else? I could go underrated or overrated. I think Ichiji, underrated. The only issue with Ichiji, in my opinion, is that I feel like a lot of his development is in the light novels. Juzo's kind of underrated. Dragonborn is cool, but it's in one fight and it immediately gets destroyed. No, it's in two, technically, because it gets thrown away in the massacre, you know, which is fine, whatever. But as I was saying with Ichiji, I think Ichiji is heavily underrated. Juzo is underrated because he also makes Haruta's hand sword, which is kind of interesting. He makes like a couple of background things, and the fact that his workshop ends up in the Zenin clan storage is kind of cool. Like, they saw his stuff as like a source of power for them to take is kind of interesting. But Ichiji, to describe the character that is explored a bit in the light novels, is Dragonborn gets destroyed when it happened. It didn't necessarily get destroyed, but it's like it was in the Zenin clan massacre. In the manga, it just disappears and it's never explained. In the anime, Maki throws it away. Safe to assume it's fucking gone. You know, because she leaves with only the soul splitter. You know, she doesn't leave with Dragonborn or Keel. You know, but what you call it? Oh, Yuji's overrated. We'll get to that. But Ichiji's story that is explored a bit in the light novels, to describe in a very intriguing way, is like just think about it on like a bit, like as an abstraction of what Ichiji does. He takes kids, students, you know, like children, and drives them to like missions. They're children. It's like, imagine, you know, missions in Naruto, but for every mission you have to get a taxi driver to take you to a mission. He is that taxi driver. He is driving kids to their deaths. Right? Like, and in the light novel, he has like a conversation with Yuji where he's like, I am so fucking sorry. You literally died. And I drove you to that. I literally took you to your own death. And it's his conversation with Yuji in that story made me like Yuji a lot more, because it's very intriguing, and you can watch my video on it. I'd say Yuji is overrated, not underrated. I'd say he's overrated because he is like, I would not say he's underrated. He is one of the most popular characters in the franchise. He's in the top 3 of the popularity polls every fucking time. He is very much adored. You know, everyone like most people like Yuji. Probably just left it somewhere since it was made by Juzo. Maybe had a bad feeling when using it. No, she felt bad when using Playful Cloud because fucking it beat the shit out of her. like Hanami would feel the same if Hanami used Playful Cloud. It's like if someone beat your ass with a sandal, and then you get that sandal, you'd be like, fuck. Like it's you know, you feel gross. You know, it feels disgusting using this. I hate Red Maki so fucking much. but it's like, it's genuinely because if you look back in JJK 0, like, he probably beat her ass with Playful Cloud. Because, fuck it, why not? Not just because Geto used it. She wouldn't have seen Geto use it. Junpei is perfectly rated because no one talks about Junpei. Because he's like a whatever character. He does his part and he fucks off. Like, Junpei doesn't do anything. I don't know if I'm going to go through all the fucking characters though. Haibara, overrated. Shows up in like 4 pages max. Has fans. How? Like, people make fun of me for liking Kusakabe and he's not in the series that much. How the fuck can people be Haibara fans? He likes fat women. He likes women who eat a lot. That's funny, right? That's a lot of character in a single sentence. But like, there are people who like draw entire comics and shit about him, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't think there is that much to discuss with him besides him liking big women. Can you imagine now using Dragon Ball to boost his speed? It just reminded me of Ida from fucking My Hero, but it's kind of funny. Oh, I don't get people who are like fans of Haibara, genuinely. Inumaki, underrated. Love that guy, love that kid, because he's like underrated in a lot of aspects. Oh, he fucking threw up blood from Sukuna. Sukuna also took his fucking arm, by the way. He stepped to the King of Curses twice and survived. Think about that. Inumaki survived 2 interactions with Sukuna. Think about that shit. Granted, saying him being caught in MS as an interaction is a bit of a stretch, but still, he living, you know. He's also, the weird thing about him is that it's his physical capabilities that are like downplayed. Like, if you are going in the scaling direction, because he's like, you know, even in Cursed Clash, which is a weird thing to bring up, he's like fucking doing front flips and shit. But like, you see him in JJK 0, he's doing flips and he's moving around and shit. He's just fucking crazy. He's one-tapping Miwa by just going, I'm fucking sleep. Instantly goes down. He's cool. I like Inumaki a lot. Oh. Nanami, overrated. Maybe. He's treading the fucking line. Toji, overrated. If people can see you commit fucking war crimes and still defend you, you're overrated, dog. Oh my god. The amount of defense I've seen for Toji, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine how traumatizing that must have been? He was traveling with a group of survivors, some of which caught him in Shrine as well. Oh my god, Inumaki, are you okay? Salmon. That's my dog. Do you know what's funny? In this light novel, and I've got a script for it that I need to finish, but the first story is about Inumaki going on a mission and Nobara showing up. And in this story is the only time you ever see, well, you don't even hear it because it's a fucking book, right? But it's the only time Inumaki ever speaks in ingredients. He says he says something fucking normal, and it wasn't like a command. He just said it. What was it? Somewhere in here. I probably got it in like my notes, but I can't remember. I hate when people call Toji an anti-hero. Yeah, like it fucking peeves me. If you shoot children for money, but you feel a bit sad about your wife dying to the point where you remarry, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, Toji is written to be evil, with like a tiny bit of like, you have a little bit of sympathy for him because his wife died. Sure, but like, he's still as close to objectively evil as you can get. Like, he's like, oh, you want me to kill how many children? I'll kill the other ones as well. I don't give a fuck. They only paid for him to kill like fucking, what's she called? Not Mimiko. Fucking, what's the star plasma vessel called? He only got paid to kill her, but he still would have killed Geto if he knew that Care Spirit manipulation wouldn't have went off or whatever, or if it didn't go off. And he tried to kill Gojo, but he didn't have to. He just needed to shoot Rico. That's her name. He just needed to shoot Rico in the head and fuck off. Gojo wasn't a part of the deal. Gojo was just the bodyguard, you know? But he did anyway, because he's fucking evil. He wanted to kill Gojo to prove a point that he could kill a teenager. Like, dog. The defenses I've seen from bro. It's fucking stupid. Camo underrated? I'd say that. But I do also find it incredibly hilarious. Where it's like, I will set my heart ablaze. Gets punched in the face by tentacles. Now, yeah, my glorious king. I think Camo's pretty cool. Yeah, he's not in my like top 10 or anything for it, but for a character, I respect how he got a haircut. Looks a bit like adult Gohan. You know. Still uses a bow and arrow, which I feel like, you know, you're shooting at a guy who travels at Mach 3. Why the fuck are you using bow and arrow? You can pressurize blood that shoots faster than your bow. Why are you still shooting a bow? But they track. Okay, cool. I wish more characters came back as curses like Nalia, but most of them got killed with like cursed tools or just with cursed energy, so that's, you know. I mean, not too many people really fucking died the more you think about it. Like, Megamaru died, sure, but he got killed by Mahito, so he's not coming back. Yorozu, Naobito, like, they all get killed by like cursed energy, so they can't come back. Put blood in the arrows, lol. He does. He puts blood on the end of his arrows so that they like contract. They come like soaked in his own blood. He does. That's why there's always cursed energy on the end of like the tips of his bow and arrow. That's why, because they're tipped in his blood. You know? That's why they contract shit, you know? You see it in his fight with Megami, where he like, you know, shoots arrows at Megami. Megami goes around a corner and they're still behind him, you know? He does do that shit, but it's like, here's the funny logic of Camo shooting a bow and arrow. It's the same logic of like playing Sonic Riders, where it's like, Sonic, you're the fastest thing in the fucking universe. Why you want a skateboard? You're not going faster. It's like Sonic Racing as well. Mate, why you in a car? You can run faster. It makes fucking zero sense. Why? See the stage play of JJK Zero with the skip there. I did not see that. That's actually quite interesting. Do you mean Tamamo no Mai? Mamo no Mai. Didn't know that was a thing. JJK Zero stage play. I remember its fucking name. I'm good. This browser fucking sucks. I'll look it up later. Opera GX. Unless I was if I was sponsored, I'd say I'd love it, but I'm fucking not. But it's genuinely some dog dick right now. How long have I been streaming for? An hour? Yeah, that's not too bad. The Church of Ghetto, of course. The fuck? Bruh, Miguel is so jacked in that picture. Is that fucking LaRue? LaRue looks fucking weird in person. That just looks like a normal skater, but Miguel looks fucking huge there, Jesus. It's weird because you read the JJK Zero manga and Miguel looks skinny. Because of the, like, how different the art style is. Miguel looks skinny as shit. But then you, like, watch JJK Zero and it's like, fucking hell, he's huge. Moves to pop domain expansion. It gets cancelled out, I'm pretty sure, but she does do one. In the clip, you just hear, like, Ryoki Tenkai. That's kind of cool. I would if I wasn't streaming and my browser wasn't shite. Had an idea for a bit ago of a Mahito reincarnation that essentially a reverse vengeful spirit, but I honestly don't know if that would work in verse. Probably not. I'm very confused, and I'm easily confused, so that doesn't mean much. Because you literally see, spoiler alert, in Modulo, Mahito just didn't fuck off. He didn't. Hold up, Bro. That's so funny, actually. If you... Okay. No, okay. My brain's just fucking flicked a switch there, because, like, the biggest arguments against Geto for the longest time was, like, his strongest defense was that you would say, you know, young Geto has the Kuchisake owner, who has, like, a simple domain or an innate domain. The translation's really fucking funky, but you say simple domain, right? So he has an anti-domain thing as young Geto. So older Geto, it was sometimes people would view as weaker, which was really weird. But if you just give older Geto a domain expansion through Tamame no Mai, that's actually kind of really funny. That's actually kind of really funny to think about. Oh, that's so funny. Look at I go. Yo, that fucking prop for Rika is huge. That's probably a puppet operated by like 5 dudes. That's fucking sick. Ah, please. Like, scaling wise, out of the special grades, Geto is always the weakest, because you put him against... Okay, it's lagging again. You put him against Lady Who Can Make Black Holes, Gojo, and Yuta, and it's like, he is obviously the weakest. Does she do this? She looks scared. Whoever's in that costume looks fucking afraid. My Geto actor looks angry. I jumped the gun. Jump Giga. I realised that Mahito and Muzan have the same power, apart from Muzan needed people to get his blood inside of him. And Muzan fucking sucks, dude. He doesn't suck, but he doesn't appeal to me nowhere near as much as, like, most JJK villains. Like, when you're going through fucking Demon Slayer, I was going to say Kimetsu no Yaiba, I sound like a fucking weeb. When you're going through it, all the upper moons are 10 times more interesting than Muzan. Muzan just feels like a boring big bad. Whereas, like, Akaza and Kokushibo and even Doma, like, they have interesting backstories. But with Muzan, I'm like, he was sick. He became demon. Not sick. Immortal. Cool. I didn't give a shit. Like, the other ones were 10 times more intriguing. Not all of them. The fucking pottery dude, I didn't give a fuck about. You know, a lot of the upper 12 I didn't give a shit about, but like the upper echelons of the upper 12, I didn't give a fuck about. Like most people, everyone loves Akaza. I knew a couple lasses who were really obsessed with Doma for some reason. Some more than others, but a lot of fucking lasses really like Doma for some reason. I want a man who will literally fucking eat me. Just kill me. I mean, to each their own, I suppose. Everyone loves Akaza though. Simple story. Is that Blue Dagon? Strongest villain. Usami. Oh, we have Modulo shit here too. Usami. I'd say he's a bit underrated just because Modulo's not as popular. Doma is more of an interesting villain than Muzan to be. Muzan is the same as Bacteria as a Spider Kid. Doma has Riz. Doma has the fashion taste of a strange person. Like, bro is everyone. He is a child, he is man, he is what, he just fucking is everywhere. Everything everywhere all at once, dude. He just fucking is. Like, the interactions with Muzan are interesting because of those who are interacting with Muzan. Hey Josh, what do you want to see from the Sukuna origin? What do you want to see? I assume you're asking what would I prefer, a Sukuna origin story or a standalone Kusakabe story? Kusakabe story, and that's obviously personal bias. You would get more from a Sukuna backstory because of the Sukuna backstory. Inherently, you would get more with Uraume and Kenjaku, Tengen, blah blah blah. And with Kusakabe, it would just be him, Yaga, Nanami, Gojo maybe, but it would be much more like tight-knit with a lot of underrated characters, which is fair enough. And it would just be for me, but since I'm a huge fan of Kusakabe, you know, it's like, what would you choose? The red button or the blue button? Red button feeds the hungry and stops, you know, it creates world peace, and the right one, you get Kusakabe backstory. I'm just gonna click Kusakabe backstory because I am Kusakabe fan #1, you know? I mean, as I mentioned earlier, couple of my mates have fucking started a fan manga for what was it called? Dragon Ball. Jujutsu Kaisen Subtraction. And I'm gonna I've made a fucking script about it, I just need to record it. Oh, who else is underrated and who is overrated? Shoko. I enjoy Shogo's character, but people put way too much stock into it for a character who barely fucking shows up. There is so much fan art, fan comics, ships, like just so much fan-made content surrounding Shoko. She barely shows up. She's like an interesting background sort of aspect. She's in the Night Parade healing people in the JJK Zero movie. Her place in the manga isn't there. Reggie is underrated, yeah, we'll talk about him in a sec. Reggie is very underrated, but like Shoko is just kind of like a background aspect of the story. She's in Shibuya healing people. She's just like in the background everywhere. She obviously has a slight presence in the hidden inventory arc, being friends with Gojo and Geto. Obviously her place in it is significantly toned down in regards to like this relative to Gojo and Geto, because it's more so on them two, and Gojo specifically, right? So Shoko's appearances in it is obviously less so. She has a character, right? And it is present, but like I feel like people talk about it and love it way too much. The amount of fan art I've seen is generally fucking ridiculous. Now Reggie is the opposite. Reggie is goated. I bought a trench IRL because I was gonna say a Susakabe. I was like, what the fuck's a Susakabe? What's the name? You said Jujutsu Kaisen subscription for the manga. Jujutsu Kaisen subtraction. Ooh, plug. You're welcome. They're probably lacking. Or if they're not, they're lacking. They'll fucking hear me say that. Subtraction. I think it's a stupid name. I've said it before. It should be Jujutsu Kaisen minus, you fucking freakazoids. But I've got 2 trench coats. First one I ordered was the wrong colour. And it pissed me off, so I ordered another one. And that was the right colour. And I've dressed as Kusakabe at conventions before, and everyone was like, "Oh look, it's Constantine. Oh look, it's the Doctor." I'm like, "No, I'm not those people. I'm Kusakabe." So I have to walk around with like a nanami cleaver, and even still, people are like, "Constantine." I'm like, "No, it's not. I've got a lollipop in my mouth, mate. I'm clearly the god." But Reggie, where are you? You'll be where the curse users are, or the like incarnated sorcerers. There's Reggie. I love Reggie. Reggie is... He shows up very little. He has his one big fight. And like the little dialogue he has is fucking phenomenal. The creativity with his power. I love the memes surrounding him as well. Like, why doesn't he just like buy the nuke they dropped on Hiroshima? Why doesn't he just buy like XYZ? And he just summons it. Because his power is so intriguing. Kashimoto in standard. He has a lot of supporters and haters. Okay. I love Reggie. Well, he's perfect. But I'm gonna do something controversial, right? Because I'd put him in underrated because the people who overrate him, like, and say he's the strongest of the Edo period or whatever the fuck, they only care about his power set. It's always power scalers that overhype him and power scalers who overhate him. And it's really fucking annoying because there's interesting stuff about his character and his interactions with Sukuna and Hikari that are fascinating. And even in Shinjuku, where it's like Gojo's fighting Sukuna and Yuta wants to jump in, and Kashima's like, "You do not threaten the sanctity of a 1v1. You jump in there, I'm fucking killing you," right? It's interesting. Kashima's an interesting character, but fucking too many JJK fans get so boiled down by power scaling. They just look at it as if it's binary code and throw out the actual writing out of the window. It's fucking annoying. Cool, but a better name would be Jujutsu Kaisen Revision. Maybe that's too much. I said minus because prequel. Well, whatever. They can have their stinky fucking name. But yeah, I've got a script about it that I'll probably record it after this, to be honest, while I'm awake. But yeah, I think Kashima's cool. Interesting power set. Interesting curse technique. Cool design, to be honest. With like the batteries looking things on his head. Yeah, his design as well. Yeah, your message popped up as I was saying it. His design is just also really interesting and cool. You know? but people just bog him down into fucking ones and zeros, and it's really annoying, you know? Like, I think there's plenty of stuff to talk about in regards to Kashimo, but everyone just immediately defaults to fucking femboy farmer Fisher, and just fucking they just either say he's a fraud, farmer, or fucking busted, and that's it. When it's like, dog, you have a perfectly interesting character here. Shut the fuck up. Power scalers, bro. Brain rotted. Genuinely. Hazunoki, boom, underrated. Goated. Hazunoki's funny as shit. He can tell Reggie's dead, so just goes, fuck it, I'm off. Does not care. Fights Kenjaku, right? He has RCT because of how his curse technique works, so he just has to have RCT because he's blown his fucking body parts up and shit. He's really cool. He just looks like a redneck. He always looked like a redneck to me with like the fucking suspenders and no t-shirt or anything. He looked like a mix between a redneck and like a circus performer. He's always kind of interesting. When you first see him, you assume that he's just another one of Reggie's lackeys, which he sort of is. But people like argue whether or not Hazunoki was stronger than Reggie. The same way people like retroactively go, was Miguel stronger than Geto, which is something interesting that a lot of people argue. You know, I think Hazunoki's really underplayed. He's really funny and really cool. Simple curse technique, just blowing up his body parts and that. He's cool. He's like Gambit, but self-prescribed, I guess. Exclusively. He's cool. I fuck with him. Who else we got? Bam, bam, bam. We said LaRue earlier. I mean, it's just one of those things where if you just go back and read through the series again, and you want, like, if you haven't read it since you were reading it week to week, you go back and you read through Shinjuku, you realize how fucking cool LaRue actually is. In JJK 0, LaRue doesn't really have a presence. In Shibuya, LaRue has kind of a presence, but it doesn't result in anything. LaRue shows up in like one scene and just flexes and kills a fly, and that's literally it. And it's annoying. But LaRue's like actual CT and love catch and shit, or whatever it was called. Heart catch, love honey, whatever. And using it to allow Yuji to capitalize and get a black flash. It's really cool. Currently working on a couple of JJK fan stories. Many ones about Nanami's childhood and Toji's past at the moment, but I definitely think one day I'll have to make a Kusakab, sorry. No, don't do that. Make a isekai about him. He give him the Retsu treatment from Baki. he got isekai or some shit. I have no proof. I think the disaster curses were based off Pokemon because anime, as far as I don't know, anybody's scared. They're based off like natural disasters and the world and shit, right? And obviously about the fear in them, like, I guess, you know, but you have to think. People are afraid of nature. People are afraid of nature dying, you know. Kenjaku is underrated? Fuck no. He's a really interesting villain. I actually really enjoyed his story. Maybe it's just my personal anecdotal evidence, but I just know so many vocal Kenjaku phrases. Yeah. But like, I know too many ride or die Kenjaku lovers for me to say that he's underrated. So I know a lot of people fucking adore Kenjaku. Like, proper ride or die. So I can't say that. Obviously, like, he's a love or hate aspect of the story. Because of how his situation is as the villain. You know, in the same way that Aizen was the villain in Bleach or whatever. Or Zetsu, or, you know. He's more similar to someone like Madara, where they're not at the final. Kenjaku's design is epic. It's just Geto. It's just Geto. Or do you mean the brain with a mouth? The brain with a mouth is a kind of intriguing design. It's nothing ridiculously like unique, but it's cool for what it is. I've said Inumaki. Don't give a fuck about most of these dogs. Hana, kill. We don't like Hana. I wouldn't say Mahito's overrated either. I feel like everyone said Yorozu is underrated for so long that she's like normally rated now, because every video about Yorozu is about how she's underrated, to the point where I feel like the collective consciousness has went, oh, she is underrated. But if everyone says she's underrated, then she's not underrated. You know, it's the syndrome speech. If everyone's super, then no one's super. If everyone's underrated, then they're not underrated. You know. So I think Yorozu's fine now. Oh, do. I like how Kenjaku isn't a sadist and doesn't like hurting people. He's still fucking mental. He's a brain. He's fucking weird. You know, he's just a bored guy. He says while he takes out the stitches and pulls out a raw brain. He's just a quirky guy. You like Hana? Hannah. If I remembered how to ban people, I'd hit you with a brick. But that's neither here nor there. Ugh. Ranta. God. Ryu? I think everyone likes Ryu. He's standard. Everyone likes Ryu. He's cool. Chrollo's coat with like Josuke's hair. God tier combo. Can't go wrong. Choso. Everyone likes Choso. Who doesn't like Choso? Great. Go-to character. Yaga. Underrated. Like Yaga. We like Yaga in this house. Even pandas cry. But ironically, Panda, I don't really fuck with Panda. He's okay. In the anime, I feel like they did him justice recently with like season 3 and stuff. Well, I say recently, season 3 was a while ago, but you know, I feel like season 3 made him a lot more interesting, I guess. Just the way he's animated and stuff. Where would Yuro go? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Yuro. The collective opinion on her. I don't know. I don't know. I guess overrated because it feels as if she doesn't have... There isn't as much to say about her when compared to Ryu, despite them being in a very similar situation. There is stuff to say in like the 5 Fight Generals and her with Sukuna, but because she literally disappears with no explanation, I can't, bro. She pisses me off. Like, cool cast technique, cool design, sure. But the fact that you disappear from the story while we know you are alive. We know this bitch is alive. We know she's fucking alive. Doesn't show up here. Doesn't show up in Modulo or like any mention of her in Modulo. Kirara is overrated, but she has my favorite design in the series. Yeah, Kirara's cool enough. I like the CT. I'd say overrated because whenever Kirara is mentioned on Twitter, you have fucking 10,000 replies of discourse. It happens all the time with Guilty Gear. Whenever Bridget is mentioned, you just get fucking arguments upon arguments upon arguments about something I really don't fucking care about. I mean, technically, still alive at the end of JJK. Why would Yuji hunt her down? There's no need, you know? Like, there's really no need for it. She heals up, feels Sukuna's presence, probably fucks off. Like, there's no actual fucking reason. I mean, she gave away all her points. So it doesn't fucking matter. I'm pretty sure she did anyway. At least Ryu did, Lamau. Technically still alive. There's no technically about it. That is binary. She is alive. Tabura, good. Dura, cool guy. Tsurugi, his name was Masaki. Old man fodder. The merger, overrated. It's the biggest potential man in the series. Fuck what if Megumi. Bro, what if merger? Okay, that's been discussed just as fucking much. What if Megumi did this? Not what if the merger happened, bro. The twins are underrated and their powers are cool. I'd say they're underrated, but still, you have to look into the character guides and shit like that to get anything of like note about Mimiko and Nanako. Because he said he'd hunt down and can't. Yeah, so I was right, I guess. Not that that means anything since you can't give the body back. It's fucking, I mean, Daido and Mio. Like, Maki said she'd hunt them down. You know? And she's like, you know, when I come for you, blah, blah, blah. And there's like a wholesome interaction between them. Maybe Yuta did? But it's like... I don't know. The fact that it was never mentioned ever is fucking annoying. Genuinely. But it's funny as fuck though. Mio and Dido being like, "You gonna come and kill us?" Yeah, in a while. Yeah, sure. Anyway, fuck it. Here's a sword. Sword. Love Mio. Mio's wholesome. I'm thinking I'm getting Dido mixed up with Mio, Anna. Yeah, Dido's katana. Dido's katana. Mio is fucking sumo. Obviously, Aizen, Mugen Aizen at the bottom, of course. Mention Aizen, he fucking appears. Jin, overrated, has literally 1 page. Shut the fuck up about Jin. Maharaga, overrated. People act as if it's a character. Fucking barely. He doesn't. It's a fucking being. He doesn't have like a personality or anything crazy. He's pretty much a fucking robot that can smile, right? But people fucking just won't shut the fuck up about it. I doubt Yuta would unless she only attacked him. He's better once. I mean, look, you could say the same for Mio and Dido. They like objectively helped Maki and are the reason they won, but she also said, "I'm gonna end up having to hunt you down." You know? Oh, where's the panels? Wow. He talks about what to do with Inkata, and they'll likely have Yuji removed from the victims' bodies, and the players will be taken to American. When the time comes to give me the axe, you better be there. I'll be sure to cut you down. And like, yeah. They like have the little, you know, the incarnated sorcerers are probably fucking dead. But the fact that it was never mentioned annoyed me. Like, like, Dido and Mio got that little send-off. But Yoro is just out there, you know. Ryu would be if he wasn't a fucking idiot. That's the king of curses. He said he'd let me walk away. Huh. Granite to blast. Sweet! Fucking dumbass Ryu. Oh. It's been an hour and a half. I'll give you a couple more minutes to ask any questions you have, and I think I'm just going to end the stream and record a video. Because I want to be productive for a bit. Okay, ladies, gents, whatever. Oh. Tamamo no mai. So ask any questions you have now, or forever hold your peace. Boom. Do 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 do. I don't think there was a line about Hero. Anyway, who else was there? Was there any other like? What was the name? I wish we found out the name of that one Kenjaku killed, in the dress and stuff with the black eyes. Maybe she's enjoying her life. Never go back into the Heian era. These are the spin-offs we need. Hey, that's what fan manga are for, Lamau. Yeah. Hannah/Angel. We know she died. But what about Angel herself? Did she go quietly? Who knows? If you could have any anime powers, IRL, what would that be? Ooh, a slop question. There are so many like easy go-to answers where people will be like, give me Kamui. If they're a bitch, they'll go, give me the like UR's abilities where you're like immortal, can see every timeline, blah 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 blah, you have every shrift. Fuck that. I want something simple. You don't want to be a ghoul because you'd have to eat people. You don't want cursed energy because then you have to be really negative all the time because it's coming from negative energy. Chainsaw Man, I don't want to have to. You see like how fiends and stuff transform where they have to like cut off limbs and shit. You know, I'm like, I don't want any of that business. I don't have to have my brain chainsawed out every time. Gyasses is something people always go for as well, but that's also creepy. Time stop, also creepy. What is an anime power? I'm trying to think. If you want to be simple, give me like the flying nimbus. I don't know. What if Angel's plotting Hannah's body like Kenjaku now she's died? Maybe that's why Megan is missing a modular. Cut to Nobara and Yuji being like, This is why I liked having Mega Me around. Shame he's not here no more. Oh, he's just in the fucking Himalayas or some shit. He's not actually fucking dead. I don't know. I'm trying to think of shit I've seen. I'm like looking at all the series I've got on my shelf and it's just like shonen. Pardon me. I genuinely have no fucking idea. Just give me like a fucking isekai slop. Make me fucking Rimuru. Give me every ability. Fucking Beelzebub. Beelzebuth or whatever the fuck. I can eat anything. Got infinite inventory. Teleport. Fucking transform. Fucking anything. Isekai slop is just every ability. Mighty Toes, I would turn grass into money or Killer Queen bites the dust. Killer Queen, Daisen no Bakudan. Using Killer Queen bites the dust for insider training is like using a nuke to kill a fly. Like, you could, there's like, you could use any other time travel ability, but you choose the one that blows people the fuck up to turn back time. That's fucked up. I'd take contractual recreation as an anime power, a free dupe for all purchases. True. You would just use any ability that lets you time travel slightly if you want to gamble. Like, True Man's World, Ringo Rodigan. Not the... JoJo's Part 7, Ringo Rodigan Stand... Not Stendhal, not Standard... fuck, what's it called? It takes him back like 15 seconds, some shit like that. Talks about True Man's World. I love Ringo Rodigan as well. Fuck! I'm gonna have to look up his name, and my shit's gonna lag. Oh shit. Ringo Rodigan Stand. Mandem. Yo, the Mandem. Lets him rewind time by 6 seconds. You just put the bet down. You lose 6 seconds back. Oh. I don't know. I mean, you could go Made in Heaven, some weird shit. 6 seconds, that's a lot of time, dog. You can do a lot in 6 seconds. You could just be like, punch someone 6 seconds back. I feel vindicated. And nothing happened. It's basically a quick save. King Crimson is better than the world. I'm not having that fucking... That is a timeless argument. What wins in a fight, King Crimson or the world? Because it's skipping time, but time stop. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. I don't care. Diavolo fucking sucks because Polnareff's the god. I don't give a shit. Dio sucks because Polnareff's the god. I fucking love Polnareff. Who doesn't like Polnareff? Polnareff's sick as fuck. Bro, I hate what they did to my boy in part 5 though. Fuck. Bro, I love... His fight with Diavolo though is sick as fuck. Where he's counting the blood drops. Maiden Heaven for insider training is using a supernova to kill an ant. That's what I'm saying. Using, like, Killer Queen bites the dust for insider training is dead ass. There's a fly in my room. Let me pull out the Remington 500. I want to pull out in a fight King Crimson, just a cooler power. No, I mean, I am also talking about just, like, skip time in general. What the fuck is my slipper? What else is cool? I mean, it's mainly stands, you know. Good Bohemian Rhapsody, fuck it. I want to meet Spider-Man. Not fucking Tom Holland, not Andrew Garfield, not Tobey Maguire. I want to meet Spider-Man. Bohemian Rhapsody. That should be funny. I'm trying to think part 8 stands as well. I really like Nut King Cole. I like Joshu, but he is a piece of shit. But I think people overhate Joshu. But Joshu is also a piece of shit. The like little money arc with him is funny as shit. I can't stop making money, help. Fuck off, you're gonna curse me. I don't want any money. He's funny. I don't know. Fuck it, give me... the, Darby's power. But I can only play, like, fighting games. That's how I steal motherfuckers' souls. Okay, if we run a set in Dragon Ball Fighters, and if I win, you die. Go. And then I lose, and I die. Fucking... Oh, fuck yeah. But I think I'm done now. Did England win the match? I had a lot of cheering outside. I'll check this, and then I'll fuck off, actually. Because I'm curious. 2-1 England? Fuck yeah, dude. I don't give a shit about football. That makes me happy. Bohemian Rhapsody could fire or have consequences in the wrong hands. Just told me the Gojo figure story. I think he'd be pissed if he was... Gold Experience Requiem would be cool to have. No, I think Gold Experience is just perfectly fine. You know, you saw what he did with fucking Koichi's wallet. Ooh, takes it. Boom. Nah, these are just some butterflies, dog. And Gold Experience itself is also busted because you just have a frog. If anyone shoots the frog, they fucking die. You saw what happened to Leaky Eye Luca. Hit a frog with a shovel. Dead. And I love all the funny theories about Leaky Eyed Luca because he couldn't see stands, but he was like at the rank of captain. Like he was Bruno's rank or like somewhere close to it. But he wasn't a stand user. Was he just busted? Like, why? Because everyone has to go through... What's that fat fuck called? What's that fat fuck with the lighter and Black Sabbath? You have to go through like the Black Sabbath trial to get like a decent... Like to become part of the family that Leaky Eye Luca was in. But he can't see stands. So how the fuck did he do the trial with the lighter and still not see stands? Because he would have to have been pierced by Black Sabbath, but he wasn't. It's like a weird thing. I don't know if it's ever fucking expanded upon. You know? But, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Am I done for the day? Mayhaps. Are we done? I don't know. Fuck it, I'll say it. Leaky Eyed Luca, low diffs, Gojo confirmed. I mean, he's shovel level. Gojo below shovel level? That's fucked up. But, yeah. It's hot as hell in this room, and I am fucking tired, but I still want to be productive, so I'm probably going to fuck off for a bit. So, yeah. Tools, fellas, I'm done for the night. Thank you for showing up. It's been about an hour and 40, and it's been very enjoyable when I've not been dropping frames. So, yeah. Tools, my dudes. Hope I see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah. Watch my videos. Thank you.